Hello everyone, my name is Nuvela and welcome to another video. Today's video is an automatic iron farm. I've included a design for both Java and Bedrock edition and they both fit inside of this castle. So without further ado, let's head into it. Let's go! Here you can see the layout of the build. These are the dimensions. We're gonna start off by creating stone brick pillars on each of the corners, and these should be 15 blocks high, as you can see right here. After that, we're going to fill in all of the walls using natural stone, and you want to use some cobblestone to create some extra detail. Do this on all four sides. Then on the front side of the build, you want to place a cobblestone row on the 5th level, and on top of that you can also use natural stone to fill in the wall up to the 15th level. To give the castle a sturdier look, we're going to create bases using 2 stone bricks and a cobblestone stair on top on each of the corners. For the entrance, use 2 cobblestone stairs upside down right here. And then place spruce trapdoors, just like this. Flip them and place a spruce door in the middle. This makes it look like a gate and is your entrance to the farm. Around this entrance, place 2 stone brick pillars 4 blocks high. We're going to create an archway around this entrance. On top of these stone bricks you want to place cobblestone slabs, and in the middle you want to place 2 cobblestone stairs. We do this because we want to make sure that there are no spawnable blocks higher than the floor inside the farm, because otherwise iron golems might spawn right here rather than on top of the farm where we want them to spawn. Now that the outside is done, we can actually work on the inside of the farm and actually start on the functional part. Start by pillaring up with temporary blocks in the middle of the farm. You need to pillar up 8 blocks. Create a platform of 5 blocks wide from side to side of the farm. On top of this temporary platform, create a platform out of glass blocks. From this point, I'm working on the Java farm. I will work on the Bedrock farm after this. Start off by placing 3 beds on one side of the farm, and on the other side of the farm, you want to place 3 workstations. Now I'm placing down fletching tables, but you can place down every workstation you like. For example, barrels for fishermen or lecterns if you want to create librarians. Create a 2 block high wall around the glass platform to contain your villagers. To transport those into here, create a hole in the front side of the farm. For the Java farm, we make use of the scare mechanic by placing a zombie inside with the villagers. Place down a Soulsand Block 2 blocks below the glass platform at the front side of the farm. Around this hole, you want to place down cobblestone walls with spruce trapdoors on top. By adding water on top of the soul sand, we are creating a bubble column which will make the zombie bounce up and down. It's now time to get your zombie inside. use rails for example, and make sure you do this at night, otherwise the zombie might burn up in the sun. Once you get him in place, make sure that you name the zombie or you give it an item to make sure that it doesn't despawn. Once you're done with the zombie, make sure that you build a roof on top of this room and that the room is not more than 2 blocks high. Make sure that you light up the room as well. Leave one spot open because we still need to get the villagers in. We'll do that later on, because once you've got the villagers inside, iron golems will spawn. And trust me, that doesn't make the building process any easier. Time to start working towards the spawning platform. First, we want to make sure that no iron golems spawn on top of this platform. Therefore, you want to cover up the entire platform using cobblestone slabs. Once you did that, create a row of 3 blocks wide stone bricks, 1 block below the top of the farm. We will create a water channel here that flows to the back side of the farm, where the iron golems that spawn will fall down into a lava pit. You can then fill in the rest of the spawning platform on the 15th level using stone bricks. Once you've filled in the roof, grab some cobblestone stairs and place them upside down in this pattern right here. So on each corner of the towers, on the 14th block, and in the middle on the 15th block. On the lower cobblestone stairs, place 3 stone bricks and connect them on the middle one. Cobblestone stairs, which are in the middle and are 1 block higher, need 2 blocks on top and are also connected. This way you're creating an entire ring around the spawning platform, and your farm will actually look like a castle. I've deliberately made this a little bit longer because it's important that you do this correctly, or the iron golems might spawn on a different place than where we want them to spawn. On the back side, you will notice that there are 2 holes. You want to fill these in with stone bricks as well. On the front side of the farm, remove 1 stone layer and fill in the hole using a stone brick. After that, to make sure that no iron golems spawn on top of this barricade, place down cobblestone slabs all around. Now we're going to make sure that the water flows in the way we want it to flow and that the iron golems that spawn up here end up in the pit. Place down spruce fence gates on top of the hole and open them up. Then, along the channel, you want to place spruce fence gates as well. You want to place them from the front side of the farm all the way on top of the first fence gate, which is above the pit. open up all fence gates. Now place down 3 stone bricks in each corner of the build. Grab your water buckets and create a water flow in the channel going from the front side of the farm all the way to the pit. And then place water buckets on top of each corner of the build. You will notice that the water doesn't flow all the way to the middle. Therefore, we also need to place water buckets in the middle of these 3 blocks. You will see that all of the water flows towards the middle and then towards the pit. This is exactly what we want. So, once you're inside, you can actually remove the temporary blocks, and you definitely want to light up this room. Make sure that you don't break the Soulsand Block right up there, because that's where the zombie is standing. We will now create the output system. Place down 2 double chests with hoppers facing into it. On top of those hoppers you want to place an extra double chest. And to the back of that double chest, place an extra hopper. You can fill in this space using some stone bricks. This is actually the platform where the iron golems will end up after they fall down the pit. You can make it look like a chimney, I guess, which is what I'm doing here. Very basic one. And you want to place down a water bucket in the corner right there. All the water should flow on top of the hopper, and this is where the iron will be collected and transported into the chest. Place down 6 spruce signs a level above the water. Create a wall in front and then place down a lava bucket on top of the signs. This lava will burn the iron golems and kill them so that the iron will end up in your chest. You can then close off this tower and make sure that the iron golems don't escape. It's now time to get your villagers in, and from that moment on, the farm will start working. Using the same rail system you can transport them into the farm. They should actually walk into the holding cell by themselves because they want to get to the working stations. At this point I noticed that the farm wasn't working optimally, so instead of having the 3 beds on one side of the farm, you want to place them each in front of the zombie, and you want to replace 2 trapdoors with cobblestone walls. This way there is always a place for the villagers to stand without looking at the zombie, and then they re-trigger once they see the zombie when they try to sleep. This continuously triggers the spawning of iron golems. Now, for the first time ever, I'm going to make a bedrock farm specifically. When you go back to the glass platform on top of the temporary blocks, you want to place 9 beds on each side. So that's 18 beds. And then in the middle, you want to place an extra 4 beds. That's 22 beds in total. Then create a layer of glass blocks on top of these beds. Your villagers will stand on top of this glass platform. Along the side, create a ring of stone bricks, and on the lowest level place down 20 workstations. Now I'm placing down fletching stations, but as mentioned before, you can place down any kind of workstation you like. Just make sure that there are at least 20. You can then create a wall of 2 blocks high around the entire platform. This is the holding cell for all of your villagers, and make sure that you light this up. It's then time to get your villagers in. You will notice that they all switch to fletchers in my case, because I've placed down a lot of fletching tables. And you should see green particles, meaning that they link to a bed, which is underneath. Once you've got a few villagers in, you can actually breed them up using carrots or potatoes. In the end, you should have 20 villagers at least. Do note that once you have 20 villagers in here, the iron golems will start spawning. So before you get to that point, you want to make sure that the rest of your farm is done, because that can be quite annoying when you're trying to build a farm. Close off the box, and from this point on, you can go back to the Java tutorial to see what to do next. So for both farms, it should now be functional, and we can close off the front of the farm. So you can delete the rail system and basically make any shape at the front that you like. Just make sure that there are no spawnable blocks. So place stairs or slabs on top, or leaves for example, because these are also non-spawnable blocks. Your farm should now be fully functional, and everything we do now is just decoration. I like to create windows using a upside down cobblestone stair with a leaf block on top, surrounded by some signs, then a 2-block high window using spruce fences, an extinguished campfire on top, and oak trapdoors next to it. You can create a window below and above. Do this all around the build. At the back side of the farm, don't create windows on the middle tower. Lava will burn out the window. All you gotta do now is use some leaf blocks and some vines to create an overgrown effect, scattered around the build, and that's basically it. You can use lanterns to light up the build a bit more, and after that, you're done. All of the iron and poppies will end up in the double chests down here, and this creates an iron golem every 30 seconds in its most optimal form, which will lead up to, well, let's say 640 iron per hour. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope that you enjoy your new iron farm. I hope that the process was easy enough to follow, and that you get a ton of iron, more than you'll ever need. If you did, then please like the video, leave comments if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Have a great day, and see you in the next one. Cheers!